Hi, my name is Gregory Parlow. I'm a poet and memoirist, and perhaps most importantly, husband and father of two beautiful daughters who go to school very close to the New York Society Library, which I wanted to share my deep thanks and appreciation for with you right now. Um, my daughter's education have both have been augmented, supported, um, complemented by the resources of the Children's Library. And both my wife and I have done a great deal of work in the hornblower room on the fifth floor, which I think of as a kind of sacred space where much of my, in fact, most of my last two books were drafted in that room where, if you've ever been there, you know there's a kind of mental energy that occurs where everyone is working very intensely and with great concentration. And I'm convinced that there's that some of the energy, the mental energy that is generated, creates a kind of wave that everyone rides while working in the hornblower room. There's nothing like it anywhere else in the city.
Hi, I'm Emma Otegi. I'm a children's author, and the New York Society Library has meant so much to me because it's a place where I can wander through the stacks, I can find peace and quiet, which is especially important when you live in a New York City apartment and you're trying to work, and because it's a place where I've been able to get lots of expert advice from the amazing children's librarians at the library. And here are some of the books that have been written at the New York Society Library.
I'm Janice Nakamura, and I owe my life as an author to Stack 1 at the New York Society Library. About 15 years ago, I was hiding out down here where it was quiet, and I was hanging out with the Japan travel section here, and I happened to pull out this book, A Japanese Interior by Alice Mabel Bacon. And in it, I found the story of three little girls who had been sent here by the Japanese government in the 1870s. It was a story that captivated me and wouldn't let me go, and eventually it became my first book, Daughters of the Samurai. I owe this book to this place in this library, and I hope you'll support it and love it as much as I do.
Receiving a New York City Book Award from the Society Library was a huge honor, not only because I'm a longtime Brooklyn resident from Bronx parents, but because as a queer historian it meant so much to see our history included as part of what matters about the history of New York. Places like the New York Society Library do so much for writers, for historians, and for all of us who value books and book culture, and I urge you to support them as much as you're capable of doing.
Hey, this is Christine Kendall here in Philadelphia. When I left New York City a few years ago, I didn't want my association with the library to end. And thanks to the e-membership category, I'm still very much a part of the family. I have access to all of our electronic resources, and I can still participate in the Live from the Library readings, which I have to say are very dear to my heart, since the reading room is the place where I first stood up and presented my stories to the world.
I'm Helen Ellis, sitting in stack 6, fiction K to Z, my favorite stack at the moment because I'm writing fiction. For the last two books that I wrote here in the library, which I consider my writing space, my solace, my secret hideaway, I wrote in stack 7 and stack 9, which is mainly nonfiction. I love writing at the library, especially being squirreled away in the stacks and surrounded by such great history like there's IR11, here's Kelly Link, here's the new National Book Award winner, Charles Yu. You know, it's a great pocket to be inspired by, and I'm terribly grateful that this exists.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Rubin, author of The Happiness Project, The Poor Tendencies, and other books, and host of the Happier with Gretchen Rubin podcast. And I'm here to say that one thing that always makes me happy is the New York Society Library. It makes me happy to check out books. Here's just some of the books that I need to return. It makes me happy to go to events and exhibits. It makes me happy just to walk through the hallways and see all those books. Now more than ever, this treasure trove of books needs our support.